Hey guys, what's up? I got a pretty decent video today. I've been hearing some things. One of the things I've been hearing is that, um, in comparison to the older Call of Duties, you know that in those games, if you killed a civilian, it would instantly stop the mission, and you'd have to start over from your last checkpoint, and it would say, "Friendly fire not tolerated." But in this game, being a more realistic environment, shooting civilians or people you're not supposed to doesn't stop the mission. And because you can shoot through walls and barriers and there's going to be civilians around, and apparently like other civilians will react to it in a very dramatic way, that's what's causing a lot of drama with, like, people getting offended and journalists saying delete this game, don't release it. But apparently there's going to be like a rating system. I don't know if this rating system actually matters or if it's just there to make you want to go back to the mission and replay it to try to do better. But I've heard that it's going to be an A to F, like you're getting graded in school, and F obviously being fail based on how many civilians you shoot, maim, or kill. But I didn't hear anything whether F means you have to redo the mission or if it just means you suck. Another news, we got this from Joe Lindsley. This was posted on Reddit by Garen's Lover. Joel says, "We do have strategic decisions, but for certain missions like Townhouse, you're with a group, everybody knows their job, each person is taking a room, clearing it, and moving on. That's completely accurate breach and clear tactics. We mocapped Navy SEALs for that. Then there's a mission later on where you've got Captain Price on Overwatch with a sniper rifle, and you're in a very large environment. It's non-linear. There are multiple objectives, and you can achieve them in any way you want, which is awesome. More open worldy for certain missions instead of it just feeling like a straight, narrow road sometimes. And this being kind of like a reboot of the Modern Warfare series, God, if this is a rebooted version, what's that mission called? The sniping mission with Price. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. I think that'll be really cool. A reimagining of that mission. Now, as many of you may recall, at the Activision Blizzard Summit not too long ago, they pretty much admitted that Black Ops 4 was an experiment. It was a guinea pig. It wasn't a game to be a game. It was a game to experiment on the fans and see how they reacted to all these different things, and then adapt based on that feedback. They literally just threw in a whole bunch of crap and tested it out and see if fans liked it or not. And based on the feedback from fans would affect how they would implement future Call of Duties and what bells and whistles they would add onto those future Call of Duties. Not just by Treyarch, but as Call of Duty as a whole, which means that, things that are planned, that they have pre-planned for the next few years or next few months even, could be compromised if Activision decides, nope, fans don't like this, we're changing how we do this. And you already saw, announced with the new Modern Warfare that they're going to not have a traditional season pass, as they said it. Maps and map packs, when they get released, apparently are going to be free. Season pass at that point kind of sounds like it's just going to be like cosmetic stuff. But they also said they're going to change the way they do microtransactions. Infinity War also says they don't want anything to ruin like the atmosphere aesthetically of the game, so I doubt they're going to put in crazy clown camos and all that BS. But I think these changes are in direct correlation to the feedback they got with Black Ops 4. And I don't think it just affected them. I think it affected the plans they had for upcoming DLC of recent Call of Duties as well for the post-season DLC. This is a good example of what I'm talking about. This is from Sledgehammer. It says the new weapons are now out in the wild and available via supply drops. We are actively keeping an eye on all our social media channels to see how you feel about the release, and we hear you loud and clear, friends. In the past, collections have been part of the theme events consisting of a variety of gear and weapons. As of now, we do not have any plans to release new collections for World War II. The current weapons update consists purely of weapons with no additional content and were never intended for collections. Previously, newly released weapons have been offered up for contracts shortly after their release, generally about a month. And that is the plan with the new weapons. On July 2nd, We're dropping contracts for the new weapons. Additionally, we will briefly open all previous collections tied to timed events, Winter Siege Resistance, etc., and weapons associated with past collections will be available for purchase with armory credits. So if you have a ton of credits sitting around, are thinking of buying every single collection, or are missing that one gun, this post is for you. As always, we're grateful for your memes, clips, feedback, and involvement in the community. So it seems their additional weapons or whatnot associated with microtransactions is moving to a system that's closer to Modern Warfare Remastered, which I've seen a lot of people prefer over the system used in other Call of Duties, where in-game credits saved up can be used to buy weapons directly instead of spending the in-game credits on a gamble hoping to get a weapon, because they know with the astronomical odds you will never get that weapon, and your best chance or even hope of maybe getting the weapon is to spend real money to get more chances. Being able to build up points in game to buy the weapon directly is what should have been done in the first place if you were going to put some type of invisible wall in front of DLC weapons in the first place. If you are going to do it, at least make it in a way where people can earn it, not just, oh, well, you either take your chance with this stupidly astronomical bad luck or you pay actual money. I think this change is important. I hope they keep this for the new Modern Warfare. Speaking of contracts, they need to bring back contracts like from Black Ops 1. That was such a cool thing that they had, and they just never brought it back, at least not in the same way. Last but not least, I know you guys probably saw the video where I talked about, I mentioned my thoughts on what the Dark Edition is going to have in it for the upcoming Modern Warfare. And I had messaged or tweeted at Joe Limsley a while back saying, hey guys, Call of Duty really hasn't had a Prestige Edition quite as cool as Modern Warfare 2's, which came with these, night vision goggles. And I was like, I hope you guys create something just as cool for the expensive edition, whatever it's called, for your upcoming game. And he liked my tweet, but he didn't comment or build on it. But I've noticed they've been putting a lot of emphasis, like a lot of emphasis on night vision for this upcoming game. We knew more information on how they were going to implement night vision than how they were going to implement like weapons, like in the beginning when everything was coming out. Like they put a lot of focus and research into night vision for this game. And they had this like 3D model of a helmet with NVGs attached to it, and there's some Instagram filter or something like that where you can wear the NVGs, and I thought that was cool. But I feel like we are going to get something like this for the Dark Edition. For the Precision Edition, you get thumbsticks that help with your aim. You get control freaks that help you be precise. With the Dark Edition, what are they going to give you to help you with the dark? I mean, it just makes sense to me. Of course, that last bit was just pure speculation, but tell me if you want night vision goggles like these to come with the Dark Edition, and would you buy it? Anyways, that's all I got. You guys are awesome. I love it when you guys, again, I gotta say this. I love when you guys help out. You're always trying to give me heads up on information, and I really appreciate it. Just feel like you guys shouldn't go unnoticed. But this is gonna be it for now. I'll catch you guys next time.